Welcome back, everyone. Going into the second half here. Yep, recording's been started. Co, are you ready? Get it out of there. Get it out of there. It only happens when you have 4 people on a call. If you have 5, that never shows up in screens. So it's literally only on drop frames. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Zeke, we'll start with you because it's probably going to be the shortest.
All right.
Because you were at Gamescom. You said you played some XCOM on the plane.
Yeah, I played some XCOM 2 on the plane. Or not XCOM 2, I'm sorry. XCOM Enemy Within on the plane on my iPad.
That's the first one with the DLC, right?
Yeah. And it runs fantastically. Like if you are a fan of XCOM, it's a great mobile game. It's a great mobile version. It's like 1.5 gigs to download it, and it there's some frustrating parts like trying to get the screen to spin. Back out and stuff and move, rotate and stuff. You can accidentally do stuff, but once you kind of get a handle on okay, don't double tap here, so frivolously, or else you'll shoot willy-nilly at something they don't want to shoot at and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I think it's a great mobile game, and it looks and plays just like it does on console or PC.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, and the other thing, I actually picked This Is the Police back up. I'm still on my first playthrough.
Are you raging at that game?
I got what Co got. They cut 80% of my salary.
Fucking City Hall.
And they cut 80% of my salary, and they took away half or close to half of my guys.
Yeah.
However, there's a way. I mean, there's a way to recover from that, with as little pain as possible. You just transfer some of the guys to the day that's coming up. You hire for the day that you're on and that kind of stuff. Because once they're fired, they finish out the day that they're on. So you hire all the guys for the next shift coming in. And then during that shift, you hire the guys for the next shift shift, stuff like that. So they're lower level though, which sucks. So you're going to fail some missions because, they're not as the professionalism is lower, but
Sure.
You cut your budget by 80%. However, you make dick from your budget. You make $1,400 and then they cut it by 80. So you're making $300 or $400 per thing, but you make way more money doing side missions for, the various other
for the mafia
things that come up, or the Atticus Corporation that comes up.
Right.
And so that. You make the lion's share of your money from doing that other devious shit. But I gotta tell you, man, that game is really in depth. I don't think I've seen a mission that has been repeated yet. As far as the text.
That's because they're linear. Every time you play the game, they're in the same order, the same missions, the same day.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it was a lot of. It's still a lot of fun. I'm having a blast, and I like those turn-based games, or maybe not turn-based. It's sort of real time.
Yeah.
But I like that because it gives me the opportunity to I can freely talk with chat. The interaction is there with that game.
Cool. Glad you're still having fun with it. You gonna try to finish that playthrough?
I am. I really am. I think I'm on day 95 or something.
Damn.
Something like that. But I take my time. I read everything out loud, and I actually get into the character of the people.
Yeah.
And I talk to my officers God damn it, Percy. I'm gonna make a cop out of you yet. It's the guy I had to hire. City Hall made me hire him.
Yeah.
And I can't fire him because he's the nephew of somebody or other. And he's my second in command of one of my shifts now.
See, what I did for that part, Zeke, is I kept sending him on 4+ required cops missions solo, and I kept being good luck, bud.
I did that
Right,
too,
yeah.
and he refused to fucking die. And I was like, God damn, he's gonna be a cop after all. He's gonna be my thin blue line. And when I got the Trevor brothers, Trevor and Trevor tonight on Trevor and Trevor.
Trevor and Trevor.
Oh God, it's like 2 brothers going out on I always send them together to go do shit. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably I'll tune into some of the streams because I've never seen it played live. I've only watched VODs without audio, so I want to see what the actual game's like.
That's pretty great, but it has no replay value whatsoever, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
But the first time through is a blast.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's it. I didn't get a chance to play much of anything else, for Gamescom and stuff because I was actually,
Flying
out
across the world.
living life in Germany.
Yeah. My stuff is pretty brief. Last week, right after the show, I ended up getting access to Titanfall 2, which I was surprised. I enjoyed my time greatly. Granted, I was playing on a console, so that's why I didn't play more than probably 7 or 8 hours streamed of it. Streamed it twice, but a lot of people didn't fucking like this at all. They just had a lot and maybe it's just
really the people that played it.
Yeah, it might just be the people the forums that I'm visiting and the Reddits that I'm visiting. But
Did you see that Reddit post?
I gotta admit, dude, I watched you play at JP. Not only did it look like it was a blast, it sounded like you were having a blast. I was lurking that time where you were zipping around on your grappling hook.
Yeah,
and
dude.
You looked at a mech and you grappled, but some dude jumped in front of you. So you pulled over to him and kicked him in the face.
Yeah.
And you were like, it was one of the most excited I've ever heard you. You were like, that was awesome.
It was
and then
great,
you ran
man.
over the mech and messed that guy up too. I mean, it looked like you were having a blast.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm definitely gonna check it out. A lot of the complaints were saying that it feels too much like Call of Duty and less like Titanfall 1.
Yeah, that was the big Reddit post where they were talking about how they didn't address everything.
I mean, kinda. I could see that. I don't know. I don't. I guess. Funny enough, I'm very. Do what?
I said you show those mannequins.
Oh yeah, I was fucking those mannequins up. I think a lot of times it's very easy for like a Reddit thread and a forum thread to just get into like a circle jerk of hate. But I didn't really have any complaints with this game other than I was using a fucking controller to play it, and I wish it was a mouse and keyboard.
That's why I skipped it, man.
Yeah. And that's the for those wondering, the demo wasn't available on PC. A lot of people were saying, and I don't think this was ever official from the devs, but they were saying they didn't want to put it out on PC because then people could data mine everything from the single player and stuff like that, which, okay, that makes a little bit of sense.
I heard also there was a dev that let it slip that there were still major optimization issues with the PC version, which again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Fix your shit before you make it public. That's cool. That's okay.
Yeah.
And that's.
Did you play the first one, JP?
I would say I probably put about maybe 30, 40 hours into it. Yeah, I played a good amount.
Of the bots being omitted.
What do you mean?
Weren't like most of the game modes, they don't have bots anymore?
Oh, yeah. So the only game mode I played was this one, which is, I forget it, but it's basically,
mode?
Yeah, you basically bank, you kill people and you get money for killing people and doing other objectives like killing the AI and stuff like that. Then you go and bank it, and the banks are only open, a certain amount of time each map, blah, blah, blah. So I never actually got in, and I never played when it went public. I only played when it, on Thursday and Wednesday, when it wasn't available to the public. And those the regular game mode wasn't played. Like there was only like 300 people playing and everyone was playing this mode.
It looks the most fun, to be honest.
Yeah. Like I don't have any thoughts on the TDM stuff because I didn't play that. And
I just hear you correctly when you said you put 30 hours in this?
No, 30 hours into the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I only put like 6 into the beta. Yeah.
I was like, damn, I knew it was good, not that good.
Yeah, I put like 5 or 6 hours into the Titanfall 2, or sorry, Titanfall 2 Alpha. I should say. But yeah, like I hope they have CTF. That was the mode that I loved in Titanfall 1, and I felt like that was the most competitive mode, especially on PC. I don't know. I didn't do the research on if those modes are returning, frankly, because I didn't just do it. I didn't look. But I'd be a little bit sad if that doesn't return. I'm sure Chad will let me know if it is or not. And I also know that there's only 2 mechs in the alpha, and I think there's going to be more mechs. I don't know the actual number. There's one with a sword, obviously, which is something that you saw in the original teaser, where the mech had like a sword and swiped at the screen or blocked something on the screen. That's probably going to be the mech that I choose because that's fucking badass. The one that I was playing with in the alpha was the ion beam one, which was pretty fucking cool because you charge it up, and then anytime you saw another mech, you just fucking hit. I forgot. I think it's LB and RB or something at the same time, and like a giant fucking laser would appear from your chest and just destroy
like
the other
Iron Man
mech.
style.
Yeah, and just fucking destroy the other mech. It was so
like
fun.
Mass Effect 3 style, just like a giant.
Yeah,
like bassy and everything. I was loving that.
it was super fun. It was super fun.
How did the leveling up work on your mech? Did you?
Everything kind of the level progression kind of worked the same as, I guess, maybe like Call of Duty, where your weapons level up, your mechs level up. You have a level that you get inherent upgrades for or unlock things for. There's also a currency system to where as you earn more currency, you can get upgrades quicker rather than just getting those upgrades when you reach a certain level.
Cool.
So things like that, yeah. And I think that also as you're getting those points, I think you can unlock stuff for other mechs that you're not currently using in a game. So if you're not using the ion beam mech, whatever that fucking one's called, but you want to upgrade it, then you can play another mech and use those points to upgrade that mech in particular. I think that's how it works. Granted, I didn't really get into that stuff. I was more focused in just kind of like the core gameplay. This was fun as shit, just punching other mechs. And then it goes into like this kill feed up here in a second or so, to where you basically shove your gun down this mech's throat and just kill it. It was super fucking awesome when I did that for the first time. Yeah, that was really cool.
Just obliterate the pilot.
Yeah. So I'm genuinely excited for this game. I think the hard thing is going to be, especially for the PC players, is that Battlefield 1 comes out either a week before or a week after. I always forget which one it is of this game in October. So we'll see how that actually impacts the amount of people playing it, because I think PC gamers are probably going to choose Battlefield 1 over this, I would think. But yeah, that was the Titanfall 2 alpha tech test that is now over, so you can no longer play it. What else did I check out? Hitman. I played Hitman, the PC version, which we've talked a lot about recently with Dave Lang coming on. We were talking a little bit about it when it first came out. I had a pretty good time with that game.
It's pretty good.
It's surprisingly good. I think that a lot of my thoughts on it were formed kind of hearing Ko talk about when he played the first one, and his biggest Ko, your biggest thing, feel free to explain it yourself, but you just didn't want to play an episodic game. Like, you enjoyed the game, you just didn't want to play it episodically. And now that there's so many episodes out, I didn't mind that so much.
I think it gets a lot of flack for being episodic, but I think it does help them really craft the levels, really craft.
This is I only played the first level so far. I definitely want to go back and visit it, but I turned into the got the models outfit, and then walk the runway as him, and then did some really stupid shit afterwards where I walked into the meeting with the lady, and she sat down and said something to me, and then I just punched her before she even said anything. I love it, man. I was great. That was super fucking awesome. That was so fun. And then to escape, instead of taking the boat, I ended up taking the helicopter, which had 3 security guards in front of it that I just went up and shot all at once and walked to the helicopter, and that felt cool. That was a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to check out the other episodes. There's, I think, 4 other episodes right now. And I really want to do the elusive targets with other streamers. I think that would be super fun, because they're only available for, we've talked about this on the stream, but they're only available for 48 hours, and you get 1 chance to kill them. And if you fail, you're done. You don't get any other chances. So that would be fun to try to compete with other streamers that are interested in playing Hitman, to be hey, so how did it go down? Or be on a Skype call with them and be hey, I found the fucking target. Did you? I'm about to take a shot.
Dude, they have all the systems in place. Everything's designed. It is the ball is in their court at this point. But if the devs were to really step up and put out a bunch of feelers to a bunch of Twitch streamers, make an entire weekend where it's you have 2 days to do this.
Yeah.
Top Twitch streamer that gets this gets some in-game item named after them.
They kind of did it once.
They could go crazy with this.
Yeah.
And it would be really cool. It's a really cool concept as it is.
Did they do something like that?
I don't know. They had a sponsored event. I was part of it. I know Anthony Kongpin was, and a lot of other streamers. And it was who could get the elusive target fastest with the best score.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Next time they do that, I'll have to try to jump in. But yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely the next game.
It was really tense. I was sweating.
Yeah.
This is definitely the next game that I'm playing, for sure.
Are all the episodes out yet?
I think no. So that's something that happened maybe 2 weeks ago. Is someone tweeted at the Twitter account for Hitman, and they basically said when is season 2 going to come out? I think was the original tweet. They said, well, nothing official yet, but we have plans for season 2 and 3. And when you think about it, it's like the next 2 or 3 years have already been kind of thought about for this game. So they're going to be updating it for a very, very long time, which is fantastic. Yeah, because if they continue to pump out more stuff, on a monthly basis like they have been, that's fucking fantastic. Because I had a lot of fun with this, and I want to revisit it. But right now, my focus has been on WoW since Legion's launching next week. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of dumb fun just walking around, killing people or flicking coins at people and making them go to a weird place so you can kill them there and stuff like that. Zeke, I think you'll like it. Because you can play the game slowly and like take your time with everything and like learn everything about the level and then restart it.
That's what I like to do. I like to take it nice and slow.
I know you do. And there's also things where like you'll go in and everything's working on like a clock basically where the stuff in the level is designed around at X point in the level, X person is going to be at X spot. And so if you know that, you can kind of use that to work out your plan of like, well, the first thing I want to do is go and get this costume so I can get access to this part of the map so that I can put down C4 or so I can rig this. One of the ways that I used to kill someone is he walks over water and you can use a screwdriver to like unscrew one of the electrical outlets so the water's electrified. And so when he walks over it the first time, he dies, and that's how you end up killing him. But the only way I knew to do that is because I failed the first time around and saw that so-and-so was there first and blah, blah, blah. So it's that type of stuff. It's a lot of fun.
You can just whip any object into someone's face.
Yeah, you can throw like knives, scissors, just fucking take people out. It's a lot of fun. So that was Hitman. What else? More WoW. Just prepping for next week with the Legion launch. And then just more D&D shit. That's pretty much it. I played a little bit of PTR of Overwatch. New map wasn't in. Have you guys been seeing any of the Sombra stuff for the ARG? The Sombra ARG crap? I'll show you something real quick. It's pretty cool. And then we'll stop talking about Overwatch. Sombra is apparently the new hero, but they haven't really said anything. So if you go to that link, which I just posted you, and I'll do it here. It goes to this thread, and if you leave it there for about 5 seconds, the page gets a little bit weird, and then some text pops up like this is supposed to be a big reveal for the next hero coming out, and they're being really coy with all the information and stuff, but it's pretty cool how they're revealing all that information. I like the big suspense and cloak and dagger with all the character reveal stuff. So who knows when that'll actually get announced. I don't.
Did you see the new Paragon hero? Sorry.
No, I did not. What's going on in the Paragon world?
I'm kind of like not really into MOBA, so I was kind of interested in Paragon, but I like this new hero. It's basically a big orc with a drum, and you like beat his drum, and like all his power center around like the rhythms and stuff. It's pretty hilarious. War drum.
Paragon.
They released like a trailer for him. That shit.
Yeah, I'm getting D20 rules if I type Paragon orc. What? They're it's so hard to like find this shit. Paragon Twitter, maybe. Do they have a link to this shit? This guy. Oh, here we go. Narbash.
Yeah.
That guy looks fucking rad, dude.
I'm probably gonna install the game just to try out his gameplay. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's not even his normal skin. That's his challenger skin.
Yeah, he's more green.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Stereotypical green.
I never got into this game. I remember it came out and a lot of people were playing it, but I never got into it. I think it's got a pretty big community on like PS4 and stuff. Less of one on PC.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
In a sea of MOBAs.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Co, what have you been playing besides Deus Ex? Then we'll jump into the Deus Ex talk.
A lot of Enderal.
Oh, Enderall's so good.
Oh man, that absolutely came out of nowhere and absolutely blew me away.
So it came out of nowhere for you. I've been like agonizing over it coming out for like 4 years.
Yeah, as a lot of people have, because this is based on some history from a couple mods that have come from Morrowind and Oblivion. For those that don't know what Enderal is what's called a total conversion. What that means is it's basically a game that's made with the foundational elements of another game. So in this case, Skyrim. So it's a total conversion of Skyrim. Now, what that means is that your game will not be, there will not be any lore related to Skyrim. There is nothing related to Skyrim outside of the basic UI elements, some of the graphics, and obviously a lot of the assets. But there's also a huge amount of new assets, an entirely new custom lore and skill and experience system, a whole new system based on this malady that you have that I'm not really going to get into because it's based in the main story. But I got to say, I started Enderall as a, hey, let's play this for a little bit before Deus Ex comes out. And I ended Enderall with there's no question I'm going to be returning to this game. I'm having an absolute blast. And in many cases, the game for me is better than Skyrim.
Yep.
Better than the story, you mean? The story's better?
It's better in many ways. It's better in the skill system and in what versatility gives you. It's better in basic gameplay based on how you have to manage things. The story is much more real. It's darker. It's grittier. It's more realistic. The side quests are in some cases horribly dark and just really like, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened kind of stuff.
Wow.
It's a more adult Skyrim. I feel like Skyrim compared to this game is Skyrim Light, and then there's Enderall. Now, of course, it has all of the issues that come with the total conversion. It's kind of buggy. It has some problems. Some of the voice actors are terrible, while others are phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's really weird because some of the voice actors are like, when I hear a particular voice actor, I'm like, oh God, not again. But others are like, I can't wait to hear every word this guy has to say.
Yeah,
like,
it was originally in German, so I wonder how the voice actors for that version are.
Yeah. But overall,
I kind of wish they would always just go whole hog on the bad ones. Like, just do the bad ones all the way through. I have so much more fun if it's bad.
Like a Mystery Science Theater thing?
Yeah.
Dude, some of them are terrible. Like, there's this one kid that he puts a low tone and high tone on every other word, no matter what he's saying. Like, someone taught him how to do the worst radio voice in history.
Oh, God.
They come up to him and he's like, "Hello, sir. How are you doing? I am looking for a bauble. Maybe you could help me. It's down the road. My mom left me here." And it's like, it's literally like it's like a giant wave.
So
you're says is a giant wave.
So it's like a realistic fucking kid then.
No, it's a kid trying to be realistic and failing horribly. It's painful to listen to. However, there's others like the leader of one of the factions who is just like ear sex, like literally sitting there and you're just like, just get your words to pour all over.
There's no more dialogue.
I don't care what you're saying. Just keep saying it. Like, it's so good. No, it's really crazy. But that being said, again, going back to it, huge new world to explore. Like, this is one of those things where I got to say, if you liked Skyrim, if you're one of those people that said, you know what, I'm a Skyrim fan, for the love of God, download Enderall. You don't need any other mods. Erase your Skyrim directory, download Skyrim, install Enderall, which is free, by the way, and then it puts like a bunch of other mods in your gameplay for you. It's literally like a 3-step process. I can't recommend Enderall more. Again, because it's free. It's totally free.
So
it's one of the best mod teams in existence right now, especially after name.
Couple questions. Do you have unlimited inventory?
You do not have an unlimited inventory, but there are mushrooms all over the land, and every time you eat one of these mushrooms, it gives you more inventory space.
There's another one of those dev teams that like to put little secrets in every nook and cranny that you can find.
Yes. Oh God,
there's finding those things everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere you look, there's secrets. They've made it a mission to like cram this. They reward explorers insanely much in this game. It's really nice. Tons of side quests. This was one of those games where I spent my first 10 hours in like the first little tiny section of the game, and I didn't realize it until I was like wrapping up my second portion of my.
How about that city on the cliff?
Oh my God! You're talking about Ark? Are you talking about Ark? Which one?
Ark, yeah.
Oh man, Ark is amazing. It's like 5 different sections with this political caste system with an undercity and this giant overlooking priest thing that has like the Rio style Jesus statue at the corner. I mean, it's awesome. Again, it's one of those situations where it's like, if you even liked Skyrim a little bit, play Enderall. It's enderall.com for those asking in chat. Just enderall.com. It walks you through the install, and yeah. It's been great. And here's the thing. this is one of those magical moments on Twitch where, as a broadcaster, I have multiple games I really want to play. One of them we're going to be talking about later in the show, Deus Ex, because it just came out. But I had to leave this game to play Deus Ex, and even though Deus Ex is potentially my game of the year. This game I can't wait to get back to. I cannot wait to get back to this game, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. 30 hours of main story content, 100 plus hours of total content.
How many classes are there? Well, it's not really classes, right? Like
now, this is where it gets interesting. The way that they do leveling is you have a special ability called meditate, and if you meditate, you get sent to this different realm, and this realm has 3 types of stones, kind of mage, warrior, rogue.
Yeah.
And then each one of those sections has 3 different stones. So what you do is you pick skills down the stones, and as you activate different kind of like constellation stars on them, you gain skills as a character. It's how they do leveling in the game. Now, Bike, were you the one that told me about the hidden classes?
No.
Okay.
The word hidden class. Lord.
Yeah. So what I've been told is that apparently like each stone is like a class, but if you get a certain rank in multiple stones, you can like multi-class, and you can make these synergistic classes that.
What?
Ghost? Was there a ghost?
Okay, there it goes. And yeah, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very unique, and highly recommend.
Cool.
Yeah.
I might check. Well, I keep saying like, yeah, I'm gonna check that out, but it's like, actually, I'm just gonna go play more World of Warcraft. 'Cause that's all I've been doing lately.
If I had an MMO I was invested in right now, that's all I'd be doing.
Yeah. It got. Oh man. I had the quintessential moment last night that many MMO players will have, where it's, I do transmog runs. Transmog runs, that for those that don't know, is you run old dungeons to get gear so that you can make your character look like you're wearing that gear when you're actually just wearing like your level gear, right? So it's basically like Barbie dress up for your fucking character in an MMO.
The costume overlay gear.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So I do those all on one character. But yesterday in chat, someone was like, well, why don't you just run it on another character? And then I thought, I could run it on another, but then I could run all of these dungeons on another character and get higher chance of dropping the mount, because I only do it once per week. I could do it 11 times per week. So then I was sitting there last night and I was like, it's 2 a.m. Should I log in?
You know,
I'm gonna go to sleep.
More characters.
I already have 10 characters at max level, so all I have to do is just log them in and like do the dungeons. And I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. You didn't get me yet. So if I hit that level, if you hear me talking about multiple characters, know that I am fully engrossed once again in another fucking MMO.
It's too late for him. He's beyond our reach.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I don't hit that level. I hope I don't hit that fucking level. So I'll probably hit that level next week.
I feel like fucking Atreyu trying to get our tax out of the
Yeah.
JP, don't give into it. Don't give into it.
Exactly. It's 100% like that, man. I even was like, wait, if I do this, I'm just gonna be fucking running the same dungeon to get a fucking mount that I don't care about, but it's progression and there's nothing else to really do until the next week. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do it now. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. So we'll see. I'm super excited for Legion though next week. I think a lot of people on Twitch are.
I think a lot of people in general are.
Yeah, like it's everything about that expansion. It's looking like they're finally doing the right things for World of Warcraft, and not just like, we should make World of Warcraft a mobile game and have everyone sit in a garrison where you have zero interaction with everyone else in the fucking world, because that doesn't exist in Legion. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But is it Deus Ex time? Bike, you've been playing anything, or Co as well? You've been playing anything besides Enderall? Besides Deus Ex?
Not been much. It's been dry spell.
I checked out Orclos, but I think we talked about that last
We talked
week.
about Orclos.
Yeah.
Oh, I ended up playing a little bit of Rainbow Six. That game's fucking good again. Like,
It makes me rage. I uninstalled it because I'm bad.
yeah, I played. I think I played one night last week for about 3 or 4 hours. It was pretty good. Like, the community's still a little bit rough. Like, at least in the quick play, I wasn't playing ranked. I was normally, queuing into normal matchmaking, and You know, you get a guy that would fucking die and he'd be like, "Fuck this game," and then leave, and then it ruins the entire game for everyone. But apart from that, it seems like they have fixed a lot of the issues with the netcode with the most recent patch. Now that's only off of 2 or 3 hours, so I don't know if that's actually true, but it's pretty good. Talk about Deus Ex for about 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Does that work?
It's so good.
Let's do it.
It's okay.
My experience with Deus Ex was booting it up, getting 10 FPS, fixing a couple things, getting like 50 to 60 FPS at Ultra, and be like, yeah. And then I haven't touched it since. So.
You guys got to turn off that MSAA. Hardly does anything.
Yeah, I've heard that that's the trick, and it'll bump me up to over 100 FPS. So I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy that style of game, and I'm reluctant to jump into something right now. So, but yeah, everyone else seems to be loving it.
Did you play the last one?
No, that's the other thing is I haven't played a Deus Ex game. I know what they are, and I've watched them at length.
Dude, but it's so much good when you start to get into it. It's breaking and entering simulator, basically. I used to break into everyone's apartments, steal everything they own, and then hack into their computers and read their personal files. And then
there's a couple things that before we jump to like what I don't like about it, because I've just watched stuff. Let's talk about what you guys like about it. As a Deus Ex game. So, Bike Man Co, feel free.
I like that this game feels like they kind of took the barriers off that new games have put up recently. Like the last Deus Ex, if you killed a regular innocent person walking around, the game would say, no, don't do that again, or it's game over for you. But in this game, you can kill everyone. And God forbid you give me a quick save and a quick load, because I will kill everyone on my stream. I'll be like, thank you for selling me a hot dog. And then just pull out a revolver and shoot them and then walk away. Like, oh, quick load. Never happened. I just imagined it. But yeah, it's hilarious. I got some hilarious stuff with that. I love that freedom. It reminds me of old school PC games. And once again, I like breaking into every single apartment that exists and just feel like a wicked snoop that way. And I feel like yeah, that's basically what I love about it. Freedoms.
Co, what about you? You're really fanboying over this game, it seems.
I am a Deus Ex fan. As I've said multiple times, and you guys have heard, when people ask me what is your favorite game, which is a question all streamers get all the time, my de facto answer is Deus Ex 1, the original. And it has since carried on to Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. I feel like Mankind Divided is not only an amazing break and enter simulator like Bikeman has been saying, but it's just improved in so many ways on Human Revolution. I am a cyberpunk fan. I love dystopian universes that are heavy in technology, especially ones that are rife with dystopian themes of augmented versus unaugmented, which plays into all sorts of parallels into real life. And it really leads to an interesting atmosphere to just exist and explore.
Mm-hmm. And there's some heavy stuff in this game. Oh,
dude, there is some extremely heavy themes in this game. Not only that, but the world is fantastic. The level design is excellent. Walking around the world, there's all sorts of fun little things that can happen. You go into stores, they're meticulously designed for each of their vendors. It very much feels like a living world that has all these other problems involved with them.
And some of the vendors won't sell stuff to you because you're an AUG. Racist.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's straight up August people, as we've been calling it.
August.
Like it's really been kind of nuts. But I have been playing this game nonstop for 2 days. I haven't taken a lunch both days. I've just played it straight through. I did like a 10-hour stream and then literally got up at 8 a.m., streamed until 4:15 today, jumped off to take care of a few things, and then got back on at 5 for drop.
It's one of those games where time flies by.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's the kind of thing where it's just fun to do everything. At least it is for me as a Deus Ex fan.
Some of the missions really remind like they took cues from Fallout games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, especially when
absolutely,
the cult,
very much so. Yep. But I really also like about this game that like Bikeman said, there's very few roadblocks. Like you can catastrophically screw up, and as long as you can clean that situation up, you're good. They've improved all of the little systems from Deus Ex Human Revolution, like the body dragging, the looting's a lot more intuitive. The skill system, I really like how they actually flipped the skill system around. They added some really cool new AUGs that have been a lot of fun to mess with.
Mm-hmm.
The inventory sorting is done better. Like all the little systems of Human Revolution they improved on.
What?
And
what is going on here with the body?
This is me playing around with, or I think that's bike.
That's bike man. Oh,
Oh, that
okay.
was
You could,
me.
you
Yeah, the
could
guy
throw
got
him.
stuck on the geometry or something.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah.
was, like, trying to
I just
ship
thought
him
that was poorly timed because it was like, yeah, they've really fixed a lot of the manipulation stuff. The bike's
Well,
like,
they've added stuff to body manipulation. Like the way that you do body manip in this one is a little bit different, especially when you drag around. If you like, I spent like a good, I thought that was me when I first saw it, because I spent like a good 15 minutes playing with it, trying to figure out exactly how it worked. Like if you pull specific limbs, will it work better? Stuff like that. But oh man.
That was me realizing that you can't one-shot helmets, and I was like, oh yeah.
oh.
But yeah, I mean, the body manip is a lot better. The hiding of bodies, which I have to do a lot of, also is a lot better. The weapons and the type of attachments you can put on them is a lot better. It's just a better game. It's like Human Revolution 2.0 in a lot of ways, and I really enjoyed Human Revolution. So for me, that was just all a whole bunch of icing on the cake. A good example of this game is I have been playing this game now probably about 20 hours. I've been playing this game 18 hours. I am less than 2 hours through the main story.
That's what I was. That's what I've heard, is that it's not. And I've also heard, and we'll talk about this in the next episode of Drop Frames, but I've heard a lot of people are pretty upset with the ending, and that it ends very abruptly.
I've heard the ending is I've heard that's the word, abrupt, and I'm super not looking forward. I'm hoping it's a really good ending, because unfortunately, as those know, as a Deus Ex 1 fan, the main proponent of the Deus Ex 1 game is a guy named Bob Page, and he's an older dude that owns a corporation in Deus Ex 1. Well, in this game, he's a young dude that is working his way through the ranks. So in Deus Ex Mankind Divided, it's actually like right before Deus Ex 1.
Oh, okay.
So the thing that brings up a whole lot of questions, and one of the biggest ones that I'm praying for, which is, will Square Enix remake Deus Ex 1 in this engine and universe?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Will they do it with Jensen, or will it be Denton?
Well, it'd have to be Denton.
Yeah.
But yeah, like But anyway, but the people, a lot of people have said that the ending of this game, and I've only read about the ending. I don't know the ending, but a lot of people have said that the ending of this game is designed so they can transition. And if they would have done it properly, if they would have done like an actual proper game ending, that it could have conflicted. Like they had reasons they did it like they did it. I'm hoping that's accurate, and it's not just. I'm hoping I won't finish it and feel like it's lazy.
Do you feel like they're going to finish the game with DLC? And I guess maybe that's an unfair question, because you haven't. You haven't beaten it yet, so you can't answer that.
We talked about the good parts of the game. Now let's talk about the not so great parts. There's a lot of bugs in this game. Performance issues. Really not pleased with the performance issues in this. I can't run this game on Ultra. In fact, I have to run it on high and then lower some stuff spot. Also, and a lot of people don't know about this game is pay to win, technically.
Yeah.
Now, I have to be careful saying that term, because that term means a lot of things. But in using the terminology of pay to win being, I can give money to make my personal experience easier, this game is that definition.
I know that they sell the in-game money and
exactly
upgrades.
At any point, you can hit escape, and there's a button called shop, and you can click on shop, and you can buy 1, 5, or 10 praxis kits, which are basically your character's power, or you can buy different denominations of credits, which are the in-game currency. So now there's two sides to this coin. The first one is that, okay, this isn't a multiplayer game. So who gives up?
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly what I was about to say. Is like, just don't buy it. If you don't want that stuff, just don't buy it.
Yeah, I'd have a bigger problem with it if they starved you out for that.
Exactly,
stuff.
but that's right.
Who plenty of it without paying?
Who gives a shit? But then here's the other side of that coin. If you're making a game to make money, and you walk into the office of the level designer, and you go, "Hey, you know how you put 2 praxis kits in that level? Well, it may increase the chance of people buying them off our store if you only put 1." And just thinking that the design of the game could be influenced by the want of the developers for people to use that store is extremely distressing.
I mean,
not only that, but the idea that in-game progression can be linked to purchasing items outside of the game. Like, this is a trend that I want to see gone. Because this could, like, Square Enix is doing it well.
Isn't that conjecture?
You don't need to buy a single thing, right? You can play the game and you can explore everywhere and you can do what you want to do and you'll be just fine. You'll probably be a lot better than just fine. That's great. But to see this start in a game like this, the next game may not be like this. The next game may be where if you finish the game and get everything you can do, your character's only 75% of max power. And the only way to get him max power is if you put some money into that system.
Okay.
That's what worries me.
So it's upsetting that you're
are in place.
That makes sense.
What concerns me.
I mean, I was going to say a lot of that's conjecture, but I guess you're worried about it setting that it's setting a trend for the style of game.
I would say if anyone came up to me and said that they bought any of the stuff in this, I would laugh so hard at them.
Me too.
It's so unnecessary.
Hey, no, to be honest though, maybe people don't have all the time in the world like you guys do as streamers to play this game. So maybe they want to buy a couple things to get through it faster. That's totally fucking fine. That's great that service is there.
That's why it's hard calling it play to win.
An MMO where everyone else could progress past
exactly.
you. A single player game you could digest at your own.
Yeah.
Like, and more importantly, it's not like an MMO where if someone else buys these items, they're more powerful than you, and them buying the items affects your game experience.
Right.
It's nothing like that. And that's one of the reasons why when people ask me, like, hey, don't you have a big problem with this in Deus Ex? I go, no, I don't. Like, not at all in this game. In the current format, how it is, I don't. But the precedent that it's setting is very concerning. And we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this because I really would hate to think of in Elder Scrolls 6, if you could drop a $5 and get 10 health potions in your inventory, or if you could drop a $5 and get 5 more skill points for your character, like that's I don't want to see games go that direction. I just want to see it. It's just weird.
I mean,
maybe that's the old man.
I think the game's already in that position. I mean, look at mobile games. That's all mobile games are, right?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's terrible in mobile games.
Yeah.
I think that it's in AAA games like this. If it ever influenced them, where they were like, put less stuff in there so people buy things, I think it's impossible to keep a secret like that, and it's going to come out and that's going to crush whatever company does it first.
Yeah, probably.
I hope so. I really hope that's the case. You'd say that, Bike Man, but then again, you have to think about the mobile scene. There's hundreds of games like that in the mobile scene, and no one's saying a damn word except the people that are preaching against it in general. They're not like, calling out. And there's MMOs that have done it in the past that are still doing it right now. And it's like, they're not getting a huge amount of shit. In fact, a lot of them have popular player bases.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It's concerning to say the least. But again, and again, I don't want to make people think it's a big deal because in this game, in Deus Ex, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah, you don't even have to know that menu exists to enjoy the game.
I didn't, in fact, for the most part of the game, I had no idea that you could even do that. And then I happened to be going through that menu and the options.
I wish they sold me some different costumes. I would buy those.
Oh, there you go.
I would like some JC Denton costumes. Why not?
There you go. Zeke, when are you going to be starting your paid playthrough of Deus Ex?
That's what I'm going to do, man. I want to do that. I want to try that. I just want to go in there and just drop. I don't know how much to drop to get everything.
Well, you can't.
You would have to drop probably around $60 extra.
What is it that you're buying? What is it that you're buying?
The way the game works is basically you have a skill tree essentially, which is your AUG menu, and then you have skill points that go into those trees. So you're buying praxis kits, and each praxis kit gives you 1 skill point. So you can buy them in 1, 5, or 10, and then you can basically spend the praxis kits on your character. So I'm thinking if you had about 60 points, and I'd have to do the math, of course, but between 40 and 60, I think would max your character.
No, I want to start the game the first fight. I'll just be ogged out.
Zeke, Zeke, if you want to go maximum piss off chat mode, name the stream like Deus Ex. Not
pay to win in the title.
No. Well, okay, name it Deus Ex, whatever the game name is. Dash or bracket or whatever. All tips go to in-game items.
Yes.
and then have people that tip you, and you immediately change that into the in-game stuff and upgrade your character.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
There you go.
Like all tips go towards Oggs.
Yeah, all tips for Oggs.
You are ruining such an amazing experience you could have. That hurts me to hear.
But he's also creating one of the best things to troll his chat. Or troll, maybe not his community, because his community would be in on the joke, but to troll new viewership.
Oh, then of course in the title you have to put hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
There you go.
Deus Ex Master.
Yes, do that.
Player, top ranked.
Do it up. What are you doing to this person? What the fuck?
Oh,
Playing ranked Deus Ex today, guys.
So in this case, that dude was on the bed and this other guy was praying for him. But so I decided to do some testing. I was like, well, let's see if he actually responds to his body being moved. So I brought his body around. I was draping it over his shoulders. Like I was doing all sorts of stuff with it. And then I finally decided that he came back to life and was healing him. So I lifted his hand up and I was like, yay, my child, you are. And I was like putting his hand on his face. And eventually by the time I actually came back here later. And if you go back into this room in my game right now, the guy is sitting there with his hands up praying for the dude in the bed. And the guy, both his legs are over the dude's shoulders and his arms are back on the bed. So it just looks like he's getting eaten out. It's ridiculous. It's something else. And the guy, of course, you go up and talk to him and he's just like, oh, I hope my friend wakes up.
Fantastic.
Did you see the guy crying in his apartment being evicted?
Oh, yeah.
I went in there. I was like, well, let's get this done. I opened up his window and started throwing all this shit out the window.
Also, Zeke.
You moved out.
Zeke, if you want to go full bore troll, don't say tips for Oggs. Say bits for Oggs. And don't accept tips.
3 cheers for Oggs.
3 there you go. And also, people that cheer can choose the Og. They're able to choose what you. We figured it out. That's the money.
I think I'll just tell them they can choose it.
Okay, there you go.
And not let them.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, you wanted me to pick the.
Oh shit! I clicked the button. Fuck! I'm so sorry.
Arm spasm.
Stupid.
That'd be good. My favorite.
Saying, though, if you look at this gameplay right here, if you look at this one apartment we're in, so many awesome, unique features in here. This is one of the reasons I love the game. Is this apartment?
Yeah.
Like they've invented this whole religious sect based around a machine god, and they have all this lore and interesting stuff in there about it. And you can go and get pamphlets and talk to the guys about it. And this is the reason I love this game, is this kind of stuff.
There
and
you
it's
go.
all over the place. Everywhere you go, there's this kind of stuff.
I will say every executive or employee of every big company are the most forgetful motherfuckers. Like, oh, my key card. What's my password again? Could you email it to me? I lost my key card.
Could you email it to me in plain text so I can leave it on my desk for someone to find? Yeah.
Yesterday I went to a ball game and left like 27 ID cards in the seat. Oh, I don't know what I was doing.
Nice. One of the coolest things
I just want to, you know what I really want to do? I want to get all the Oggs and just burn through the game and like fast forward through all the dialogue. And just go through everything, kill everybody as fast as possible.
Co is currently thinking of how many ways to kill you with what he has in arm's reach right now.
Correct. I've already come up with 4, but keep talking, Zeke.
There you go. There you go.
No, what I will. Okay, about this game though, like this game is for me has been good enough to where right now I'm doing a hardest difficulty ghost no kill. So not only can I not kill anyone, but I also can't get discovered by cameras. I can't alarm anyone. The world cannot think I was there.
Are you saves coming?
No.
Lies.
But that being said, I'm already thinking about doing I can't wait to play this game again as lethal. There are so many guns and weapons and attachments and upgrades.
The one thing I will say
stuff that I can't use
is I'm happy these games exist because I understand why you would play that type of playthrough. But for me, I play games for like the power trip, especially single player games. So I want to be the guy that fucking kicks in a door with like a giant fucking gun. And then just like murders everyone in the room. It's like, and I'll take this and I'll go take that. Like that type of stuff. That'd be super fun.
There was a moment.
Well, I think the thing is for me, the reason why I do like non-lethal playthroughs, that's why my favorite style is because I live in Montana. I could go next door and get a gun and start shooting things. I couldn't physically sneak up on anybody because look at me.
Sure. You and me both.
And I probably couldn't like choke out like everybody I wanted to.
Sure.
Stuff like that. Like, I guess that's the fantasy for me.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone's got one. That's the important thing.
There's this one skill that lets you take over the security robots that look like miniature Ed 209s, and there was a moment where I activated one of those, and it was the most horrifying thing I ever watched as it gunned down everyone, even civilians.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's no sound on the camera. They're just like watching like the security feed, like it's a weird internet movie.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of
That's
cool.
awesome, man. I don't have the bot domination stuff yet, so I'm looking forward
It's
to
like
it.
that's up on the 3rd floor right now. Oh god, that's terrifying.
So this is what's pretty cool. What they've done is added this new system where you can find crafting components, and as you can see here on this gun, you can upgrade individual components of weapons, and they also have upgrade slots, so you can put like laser things on them, better scopes.
Is there a lot of guns in the game?
Like I've found like maybe 6 or 7 different kinds.
I think
But I
I did a
have
lot
found a
of stuff.
named weapon, which is pretty cool. Like
what?
a straight up named weapon.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I found like if you
I
can
want a
go.
named weapon.
Not to spoil too much for anyone out there, but there's a gang, and if you tactically remove one of the leaders, you can take his weapon, and it's a named revolver that does a whole bunch of damage and only uses armor piercing ammo.
Nice.
So pretty fun. But and I've been told there's a bunch of stuff like that as well.
I didn't know you could hold down Y and mess with the weapon that way until like way later in the game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was like, I'm still learning stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. The other thing the only reason I know about this is because the roleplay community picked up on it. I think Code noticed it as well as his stream. That's where a lot of the mutual fans between the two started realizing it. Apparently, there's a mission in the game where there's a person named Bon Bon, which was DJ Wheat's character from Mirror Shades. Her apartment's filled with neon inhalers, which
is a ecstasy like drug.
Yeah, which seems to be in a blue substance, which was a swan song reference in roleplay. And then during the side quest Neon Nights, there's a room filled with swan towels, and also she has a business card from the Swan Company.
Oh, okay. Well, again, not to spoil too much, but that's the distribution.
So part of me really wants to believe that there's a dev that's like a huge roleplay fan, but more likely that it has no relationship.
Most likely, it's a 100% tangent. However, it is scary how much I actually finished that quest line today, and it is creepy how much of that is tangent. Like it's a lot of the little nuances are very crazy. Also, I don't know have you seen a picture of Bon Bon yet?
Yes, it looks
with the
like
lipstick and everything. Yeah,
it looks like how DJ Wheat described Bon Bon in one of the early episodes of Mirror Shades. So
it's pretty crazy.
If that's true, then that's fucking awesome. That whoever the dev was that designed that side mission was a fan of the roleplay series.
This, by the way, is a lot better in Mankind Divided. I didn't like it at first, but I have fallen in love with it since. This is the new hacking system.
Oh yeah,
so it's much quicker. They hotkeyed everything, which was like my biggest complaint from the first one. It is a lot
awesome.
better, a lot better.
Well, cool. That's Deus Ex. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. Got a lot of good review scores. It seems that I'm
going to be streaming it all day tomorrow, probably again.
There you go. How many days do you think you have left? 2 or 3?
It's really hard to say because I don't know how long the game is, and especially since I know it ends abruptly. But I'm working my way very slowly through the city hubs, going to every single. It's 100% run, so I'm doing every single thing I can do and going everywhere I can. So I'm about 20 hours in, 2 hours through the main story. I don't really know how many other city hubs there are. That's where like the bulk of my time is. But I'm hoping there's at least 1 or 2 more. So I'm guessing at least 2 to 4 more days, maybe, of full days.
Nice.
And then PAX West. So
there you go. Well, let's jump to some news. We got about 30 minutes left of the show. No, not yet.
No. Speaking of PAX West and speaking of news, this is they just released the host schedule for PAX West.
Yeah.
And I'm in it.
Well, there you go.
What are you doing?
Just doing the on-stage hosting, like I've done for other events and whatnot. But
awesome.
Margaret, Maggie Crone, she's gonna be up there. Wheat, Anna Prosser, and Seltzer and Manburst game.
Usual suspects.
Usual suspects, indeed, with a little bit of like peppered in a little bit of like attractiveness.
Yeah.
A little bit more attractiveness.
Zeke, I think you'll agree, but now to the actual news. We had a new fucking Dark Souls 3 DLC trailer today.
Oh, yes.
I haven't seen this. I'm blacking out for a second.
You're blacking out?
You don't want to see it yet?
Nope. I didn't see the other DLC trailers before the DLC. I don't want to watch this one.
So
you guys talk. Just let me know when you're done.
This guy's the fucking coolest. I want to talk about it, but Co could hear us.
No, go ahead. I'm muting. Go ahead.
He's-
Remember, you're muted.
He's flogging himself. Why is he doing that? He's fucking sitting there flogging himself. It's fucking dark as shit.
It is.
Also, why is the Nameless King in this? The Nameless King is in this trailer, and I don't know why, because that's not a DLC
Maybe he's
boss.
gonna be your 70s
No,
part.
the Nameless King was defeated, and I'm never fighting that.
Maybe he has a twin brother.
Yeah, maybe so. The Named King. I hope he fucking doesn't.
His name's Steve.
It looks like Sif is back too, which would be fucking cool. That looks like the Painted World a tiny bit, but maybe it's just the bridge that's invoking that from DS1. These guys look fucking terrifying. I don't want to fight those guys. This guy looks fucking sick. Like, I'm just excited because all of this looks fucking awesome.
It does look
as it
great.
usually does. They got new spells, Zeke. You get more spells in the game.
I'm gonna have to level up again. I should never have prestiged.
Yeah. It looks really fucking good though.
I'm going to have to do go back to the beginning and play it the normal way.
Yeah.
Because
what do you mean?
High level to play the DLC, right?
What? You guys were talking at the same time and
Oh, sorry.
nothing was intelligent there.
I was gonna say that you usually have to be high level to play DLCs, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah. It's
but
usually like 3/4 of the game.
I'm gonna have to go back and level then.
Zeke, did you ever finish the game? Because you started your caster character and had all the issues with it.
No, I was doing the pick it up and play with it challenge. That's what I was doing.
That's right. Okay. And that's obviously like super fucking difficult.
It is fucking hard. I hit a boss wall like right now that I'm having major trouble with, or had major trouble with. I haven't picked it up in like a month.
Yeah. I thought about like last week. It comes out October 25th. I changed screens. I thought about it last week. I was like, I should really just start a new, like not even stream it. I should just play like a new Dark Souls 3 character. Because that game's definitely on like top 10 games of the year for me. 100%. So I can't wait for the DLC. If it's as good as Bloodborne DLC and all the other DLCs they've done, then it's going to be fucking amazing. So we'll see what happens. I think, is that the same day? That might be the same day that either Titanfall or Battlefield comes out. Sometime in the end of
I'm gonna
October.
be knee deep in Battlefield. I can't wait.
Yeah. Let's see here. Battlefield 1 released. That sucks, it's the same day. October 21st is Battlefield 1, so Titanfall is what, the week after that?
But do you think like we'll be playing like the beta of Battlefield, so we'll kind of be like, we can put it off for a day to play some.
So that's okay. So that's in the middle. So Battlefield 1 comes out 21st, then Dark Souls 3 DLC, and then on the 28th is Titanfall 2. So that's going to be a fucking crazy 7 or 8 days on Twitch for sure. What else is out there for news? PlayStation Now is available on PC. Also, we need to get Ko back in here. I don't know if he's... Okay, good. There you go. You guys can get the... I don't know what this actually means, though. It's also in the UK.
Oh, it's awesome. PlayStation Now is that streaming service that they have.
Right. It's only in the UK, Netherlands,
Play
and Belgium.
hundreds of PlayStation games. Oh, and not only that, they're doing the PS4 controller dongle thing. So you can plug into your USB a little wireless thing that allows your PlayStation 4 controller to work with your PC. So they are doing that plus the PS Now library. And I think I actually may do my God of War stuff on that now. I'm thinking about it.
Didn't you have a bad experience at first with it though? With the Shadow of the Colossus, weren't you like, God damn it, PlayStation Now kept buffering or something?
Yeah, no, the problem is that I had a little bit of input lag, and the issue seemed to be that the PlayStation Now, and I'm hoping that they fix this on the PC, but the issue on the PS4 version is if you held a button down for a long period of time, sometimes it would just act like you're not holding it. It would just act like you released it. And in Shadow of the Colossus, that was insanely frustrating because you have to hold on to the freaking guy the whole time. But I've heard in other games it's not, obviously it's not for every game. And I'm, again, hoping that was just like a latency issue. I also had it a few times where the game just straight up would stop working. It would just like slow down to a crawl. And then a little PS4 window would come up and say, we've lost connectivity to our servers. Please wait. And then I'd have to log back to the menu and log back in. Totally lame. So I'm hoping, again, the PC version fixes a lot of this, but we'll see.
PS Now is going to offer PS4 games on PC. Is that what I said?
Yes. No, PS3 games on PC.
Oh, PS3. Okay.
Or I guess the best. The best way to word that is PlayStation Now games on PC.
PlayStation Classics is a good
I'd like to play some Vita games like Persona 4 Gold.
Yeah, that'll work.
Really
I
nice
think
on
that'll
PC.
work. Will it scale? Like, how will that work? Will it scale to like 1080p or?
Well, having played it on my PS TV or whatever,
Yeah.
it looks really nice when you mess with the resolution options.
Yeah. It's only in the UK, Netherlands, and Belgium at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to be coming to the US soon. Otherwise, that's just kind of crazy. So, what else? Someone just tweeted me some stuff. You want to talk about? You want to talk about abduction? I think
Abduction.
Yeah.
Yes. So this game kind of came out of nowhere. Hey, there's We Love Games. We were talking about him earlier. He just subbed your channel. So we were talking about this earlier. Now, I just happened to see this when I was browsing through Steam yesterday or today. This is from the makers of Mist and Riven.
Right.
And it's essentially like an immersive environmental puzzle game that is about an organic asteroid that crashes into the planet, I think. It is, hold on here. It's $30. Everyday life is gone. An organic artifact that fell from the sky inexplicably transports you across the universe. You're in a place called Hunrath with pieces of Earth scattered within an alien landscape. Nobody's
Purchasing.
here. Well, almost nobody. Explore, uncover, solve, decide. This is your story now. So it basically looks like Riven 2 or 3 or whatever Riven they got up to.
Very positive
It
reviews.
looks like a really cool puzzle adventure game. And yeah, I think I may have to check this one out at some point because Mist and Riven hold very special places in my history. So it looks very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks great.
This is the kind of stuff I wished was in that game that came out a little bit ago that had the line puzzles.
Witness. Yeah, I was immediately thinking, like, this looks very Witnessy.
Yes, this is what I wish the Witness had been, basically.
Yeah.
And it looks like it could be pretty. And look, there's like real acting and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's got like some weird FMV going on.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But it looks cool. Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah, this was announced like
everything
today.
I just said, that's all I know about it. That's it.
Yeah.
So it just came out today, actually.
Oh,
Yep.
it's actually out.
I just bought it right while you were talking about it.
Oh,
Release date August 24th. Yeah, today.
Very
crazy.
positive reviews on Steam.
How much was it,
I'm actually
Mike?
gonna go ahead and buy it now too.
It was $30.
$30. Okay. Yeah.
What was the name of the game again? I'm sorry.
Obduction. Obduction.
Okay.
It's out on Steam. I wonder if anyone's. What are the Steam reviews saying?
Positive.
Very positive, but only 53 reviews.
Yeah, there's not a lot of reviews yet though.
I'm reading Reddit comments on it. The map is bigger than I thought. It's beautiful. It's worth it if you want to play a modern Myst game. How's the performance? It runs well on my machine, and all the graphics settings maxed out. And he has a GTX 770 with 24 gigabyte of RAM. So great. Yeah, seems like it runs well. Looks good. 2 hours in, the game's amazing so far. If you like Myst, The Witness, Talos Principle, or any other exploration/puzzle games, highly recommend checking it out. Runs perfectly maxed out at 1440p on a 1070. Cool. Yeah. People seem
really
super
cool.
into it. I didn't know that was out. There's a new Neo demo out. Do you know what's in that, Co?
I heard
I
they
think I
added
was talking
new
about
levels.
this yesterday with you.
And more importantly, I didn't know about this, but apparently if you beat stuff in the Neo demo, then they're going to give you things when Neo goes live.
That's cool. That's smart.
So I didn't realize that. Like they said something like, if you beat this in the last demo and got this, then you can beat this and get this. Like I don't really know the details of it, but I remember reading that. All I got to say is I can't wait to play it again. I had a huge amount of fun with the first demo. I felt it was an extremely difficult, fun, Soulsy, Ninja Gaiden-esque kind of game. And I can't wait to dive back into this one. So it's another window though, right?
Probably, yeah.
They said they refined a lot of complaints, so I'm interested to see what they did.
Yeah, I don't.
Unfortunately, you know what? They got rid of something that I thought made the game really interesting.
What's that?
And that was the weapon degradation.
Oh,
Like one of the things that they did was they made it so your weapon could really degrade quickly, and that made it so you were forced to use all sorts of different weapons. But apparently, like most people were really frustrated with that. Like they thought that they learned to use a certain type of weapon, and when they finally got good with it, then they had to switch. So apparently they either really reduced that or just took it out entirely. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at I just went to the Neo Reddit. And they have a huge news and changes coming from the alpha. So added tutorials regarding the game system, adjust balance mainly in the opening sections of the game to make them more fair. Improved controls and camera, improved graphic performance, tutorials, enemies, just small bunch of shit there. I'm just looking to see if there's any other thing. Just the drop
just-
rate for equipment. Yeah, it seems like they're just making a lot of little changes. What were we gonna say, Zeke?
Nothing about this.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's the Neo demo. Co will probably check it out before it closes, so we'll let
I
him.
hope so, man.
Yeah.
If I have time.
Okay. If not,
Between
we'll definitely
PAX
play
and
the full
Everall
game.
and Deus Ex, I don't. Ugh.
Yeah.
So many games.
Yep. Zeke, what's up?
Someone just tweeted at me a trailer for something that looks massively disturbing and wonderful.
Nice. Link it in Zoom, and I'll put it up on screen.
Agony.
Oh yeah. Pretty interested in that.
What is that? A Steam game? PS4 game? Agony on Steam. Found it.
It has like a preview trailer, and that's about it.
Found it.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Basically, you're going through hell.
That's
Yeah,
it's a UE4 game. I'm okay. In.
It's pretty like you go to hell in Doom, but this looks more like
Whoa.
I would think.
This looks like
hell.
H.R. Geiger and like
Okay.
Yeah, it's very Geigerish, very like just the
Very
walls
Dante.
are alive.
Awesome.
What do you do?
It's a survival horror game, is what it says. So I'm guessing you're trying to get out of hell. I don't know.
What is
It
happening?
looks
right
like hell's invading something, or This looks awesome.
Yeah. I hope there's gameplay attached
Is
to
this
this
out
trailer.
right now?
no
I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I'll
early trailer.
check in 1 second once this finishes playing.
Oh wow, you can't even buy it yet. Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard about this.
this one. I linked another one. This one actually is the one I was more like
Freaking
more
out
looking
about.
at. It's 10 minutes long, but
It's probably on. Oh, it's not on Steam. Okay. Yeah, I'll try.
this
to
one
find
has like the living. It looks like it has like living walls and stuff, like with tentacles, and it just looks really like disturbingly cool, like a fucking like if a Metallica T-shirt from back in the day came to life.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, here's the gameplay trailer. This looks kind of nuts. Steam, PS4, and
Unfortunately,
Xbox One.
Q2 of next year.
Yeah.
So far off, man.
No, I only just heard about it because someone tweeted at me, and I kind of like just clicked on it and watched a little bit of it. And I was like, "Ooh, this is right up my alley." I like the disturbing imagery and that kind of shit. I love the envelope being pushed.
Yeah. Cool. We'll keep our eyes on that. Whoa. It's a fucking flying demon thing.
I am flying goober demon.
Yeah, that looks rough. Rough isn't scary. Also, apparently Evolve got its first co-op story mission today called The Deepest Dark. There's a trailer out for that via Game Informer. I don't want to show this because it's their footage, not on YouTube, but it's kind of playing off a little bit of the Stranger Things vibe. They have neon lights and stuff as their title screen. And I don't know what
Did you just said Evolve?
Evolve gets its first co-op story mission in The Deepest Dark. So there you go.
You know what's kind of unfortunate? Ever since we talked last week about it, almost every single person that I know is playing it is no longer playing it.
Playing Evolve?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
It
came out.
was basically exactly what we thought was going to happen, where it was like a kind of big revitalization, and then just like the first round, just a hard drop.
Yeah. I mean, it
And,
came out when nothing else was really out, so people latched onto it.
And I'm actually scrolling down to see if anyone's streaming it now.
Probably not.
I'm not seeing anyone.
Let's see if there's anything else on kind of a light news week. I think early September will be a big fucking amount of news with Neo being announced or whatever the fuck they're announcing. Neo from the PlayStation thing. I'm hoping we're allowed to restream that. I would really love to be able to do like one of the talk over streams for that, but it really depends on if Sony wants that. I don't see why they wouldn't, but
There are more people watching APB Reloaded than Evolve right now.
that
Damn.
sucks. How many people are playing it though? Did you go to Steam Spy?
There are 197 people watching it.
That's kind of rough. Let's see. We go look at Steam Spy. Wait, this isn't it. What's the fucking thing? Steam charts?
2,880 in game right now.
K? Or just 2,000 people?
2,880 in game is all it says on the.
People. That is people.
Oh,
people.
yeah. I'm looking at the Steam charts right here. 34,000 played 40 minutes ago, 5,600, 24-hour peak, and then 50.
2,400 played 40 minutes ago.
Yeah. What did I say? 34,000? Oh, yeah. 3,400. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you can see right here, plus 14,000% gain in July, last 30 days, minus 48%. But they probably expected that, right? Like, they're not dumb. They understand how fucking ebb and flow the world is, and especially the world of video games. I think too that in the usual No Man's Sky circle jerk, everyone's like, they lost 80% fucking people over the past week, and that like hit #1 on Reddit. It's like, yeah, of course they did, you fuckwits. Like, did you see the shit that happened last week with that game coming out? Every motherfucker was hating on it. Of course they're gonna drop sales, and they're like, I'm validated in all my Reddit complaints. It's fucking, I can't stand that shit. Granted, the game does suck. There's nothing wrong with that.
I do now imagine them flailing their arms like that.
That's how they type. They type like this.
That's how. No. Reddit, like people that type on Reddit like have to have really small keyboards, and they're strapped to their chest, kind of like like Bob Dylan's harmonica, like strapped to their chest like this, like he was typing
Exactly.
like this.
Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen that cat gif of him like shit posting where he does this? Is the cat? It's one of the best ones. That's what I imagine everyone on Reddit as. I just think it's so funny when that like reaches like #1 post on Reddit, because everyone's like, yes, I'll upvote that. That game did get refunded. I don't like that game. Let's continue the circle jerk. Man, there's really no fucking news at all. What is this? This game Valley's been getting a lot of tweets and stuff about it today.
I'm supposed to do a sponsored stream for that tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it people are, Total Biscuit was saying it looks fucking gorgeous. Jim
That's
Sterling.
the one with the leg thing, right? Like, yeah.
The leg thing.
Like it's kind of a weird premise. You get these suits that apparently like let you do they're super suits, and you become super people, and then the game is like based around you using this suit to do all sorts of puzzles and stuff. I haven't seen much about it. It looks kind of interesting. I'm kind of waiting for someone to play it and tell me that it needs to be played, kind of thing.
Huh.
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, what time are you doing that stream?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Whenever I choose to, really.
There you go.
That man, I wish my sponsored streams were like that.
Yeah, ours are just like, you gotta play it, and you gotta
you have to
mention
be on between these.
mention this link 3 times and check out our Gleam and get what do you want tagged in here? It's fucking
Oh, something we didn't talk about, but I'm actually really okay. A couple things. First of all, people are yelling at me to mention Scorn.
Scorn. I just watched the trailer for Scorn.
what's Scorn?
What is
Scorn
well,
is
I don't know.
they were like Agony. If you like Agony, check out the release or check out the trailer for Scorn, because Scorn is fucked up too. Scorn looks like a Tool video,
Oh,
like a playable Tool video is what it looks like to me.
Tool
Okay.
videos are depressing.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
Also,
just weird shapes and creatures and things moving in odd ways. I mean, I love it. I think that's great. I love that style.
yeah, that's Scorn. Let's fucking close that trailer right away.
Oh, JP can't take it.
I just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Okay.
another thing, and I'm hoping one of you guys saw these, because I gotten the link to it, but it's a little bit longer than I can watch. Gamescom was apparently huge for Star Citizen. They
That demo they showed.
a bunch of footage, but they apparently released like an almost hour-long trailer that showed from what I've been told, huge amount of progress, from planet landings to like all sorts of things that they have been hyping up for like the previous multiple
That was
months.
a live demo, man. They played that.
Yeah, like I've heard really good things about it. I haven't seen it yet, but
I think this is the hour-long thing they did, yeah.
people have been screaming for this game to show progress, and there were people in my chat that have been, for long periods of time, pretty anti-Star Citizen, because every so often my chat gets into the Star Citizen debate. where it's like, you have the diehard fans on one side, you have the doubters and haters, and they're stealing our money on the other side, and they get into relatively big discussions about this. I have seen at least one person from the hater side get converted from watching this Gamescom thing.
That's funny.
So I have not yet seen it, but from what I understand, it's a whole lot of progress in not a lot of time.
What was incredibly impressive about it was not only the co-op ship where your buddy is sitting next to you and at the console and like doing other ship systems that the pilot can't handle because he's flying, was when they landed on the planet, which looked really good. The no distance rendering, so everything you see is there, so nothing pops in. And then also when he drops off his friend for this mission to go like first person shooter down on the thing, his friend's in an elevator, a glass elevator going up in this facility, and then the guy who dropped him off comes down and like is rolling the ship, and he's like, and you can see him in the elevator, so there's no like instancing bullshit going on. That was really impressive.
Someone said in chat that after this 1 hour thing, they raised $450K the next day on their total.
They passed some crazy milestone after Gamescom. I think it was 120 million or something. Maybe it's probably a lot higher.
That's
like,
so
I don't know if
insane.
anyone in chat has the numbers. It was a huge number that they passed after Gamescom.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have too
Ground
much.
vehicles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, if this game actually gets done,
Yeah, if they pull
it's
it
going
off.
to be one of the most expansive gaming experiences available, like ever. Like if everything they've promised actually gets developed, no other game is going to be able to hold a candle to it in terms of variety, but again, like I think most people are most concerned about it actually getting fully developed,
Right.
not being a buggy mess, not needing a supercomputer to run optimally. There's so many unknowns, but it's coming together. You can't
I'm
say
really
not
excited for the
progress.
multiplayer ships. That's going to be so immersive, and the fact that they can depressurize and your friend can get sucked out. Can you imagine that? Be like, all right, Steve, let's go. Oh my God, Steve.
Yeah. My issue with this game is that the second you talk about this game, you get two folks. You get one, people who haven't bought into it yet, who are just like shitting all over the game. And then two, you get the people that have bought into it and are literally defending their money and their purchase. And then it just evolves into like, well, I'm right. I'm actually right. And then it's like, oh, we're actually not going to have a discussion about this.
The devs are money whores. It's a pyramid scheme. Don't give them your money, and everyone who does is a goddamn idiot.
Right.
Or look at the videos. They're making huge progress. They send us emails every week. How dumb are you? I mean, just pay attention and maybe you'd see the progress.
Yeah.
Like,
and the thing,
and they can just yell at each other all day.
the thing is that we get like, I think almost weekly, I get different people tweeting like, hey, when are you guys going to talk about Star Citizen on Drop Frames? It's like, I'm not going to validate your side. We're not going to do that. We don't know anything about this game. We've touched on it a little bit. And when I played it at that point in time, it fucking sucked. I did not have a good time at it at all. I thought it was a complete waste of a purchase, but we'll see what happens when it actually finishes the game. And that's kind of like all we can really talk about it because you guys haven't tried it yet. So, and I wouldn't recommend you to try it.
And more, and also like the game is, I mean, we're playing a pre alpha. Like it's so early in development it's crazy. It's going to be the kind of, but that I got to say, regardless of what side you're on, that goes to stress the issue. Finish the game so we can actually argue about it.
Right. Well, it kind of,
so we can argue about it effectively.
it more so, I think it brings up just the discussion of like video game development these days is like this weird crowdfunding thing where you're being given money on a promise rather than a finished product. And now people are like, well, where's the promise? Like we want to see you deliver on this promise. And that's what is happening. And that's kind of the only discussion I think that you can have about this game, because it is, you hear stuff about it at like a convention, and then they kind of do go, from my understanding, they kind of do go in the dark for a couple of months and go back to work on the game as you do. So I don't know. We'll see when that game fucking ships, if it ever does.
It's interesting because there was a time where there was a crunch time for developing, where the devs would stay up and do 70-hour weeks for the 2 months before a game was released to make sure it was done before release.
Right.
And I think that one of the biggest arguments is that time is gone. Like all of that pressure to really balls to the wall, let's get this product finished, done, wrapped up with a bow on it, like that's gone because of early access. And devs can pull a daisy. Oh, is it done yet? That's a joke between us. No,
Right.
it's not. Your game hasn't been released for 3+ years. I mean, it's cool to laugh about it, but it's not really that funny. But now everyone's doing that. So it's like, here we are. Great.
Yeah.
It's just happening over and over and over and over. So I don't know, man. It's unfortunate. I kind of miss the day. I like the old days, to be honest. I feel like an old guy again, but I miss the old days. Like, you have a date, your game is out by then, and it's done.
Yeah.
It's like console days. You know what I mean? It's like you ship a product, and that is your product. And if you need to patch it 1 or 2 times afterwards, do it. But
Sure.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many like titles we wouldn't have ever seen.
Exactly. Yeah, there's pros and cons to both sides of it for sure. Like,
but how many titles would have been improved that were trash?
the thing is, though, you're right, Co. But if you
Or
look
forgotten about, or just never finished.
Yeah, if you look at something like DayZ is probably one of the most influential games in the past, however long it's been out, since it came out, and just like the world of games, because it started that whole, early access thing. And now there's so many games, like Bachman just said, that we would have never ever seen, because a publisher would have been like, no, that's not going to fucking work. Of course we're not going to try to publish that. And we just never would have saw them. So I'm glad it is where we're at. I just wish I just wish a lot of things, I guess, is what we'll say. Co, did you check out the Subnautica update, or do you have any plans
Not
to?
yet. That is an update I am really looking forward to checking out. Apparently they had an exosuit, which sounds awesome.
The prawn update is what they call it.
Tons of other updates as well, but no, that is one of those things. I've got Enderall first. I've got the freaking Fallout DLC is out or coming out soon. And it's supposed to be the biggest one, and apparently had a big awesome video. And
Nice.
I don't know. By the way, last week did we talk about Shadow Warrior 2?
Yes. Yeah,
Great.
you got to play
Just
a
making
bit.
sure. Great.
Yep. That's pretty much it. I guess we won't
Allison
get into
Road
this.
is back, as people in chat have been saying. That's a pretty big news thing.
What is?
Allison Road, the spiritual successor to PT.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Did they say that it's just being made? Is that?
I don't know.
The guy who was originally working on it alone is now going to continue to work on it alone.
Yeah, creator Christian Kelser confirmed that he would continue to work on the game on his own, this time under a new label called Far From Home, co-founded with his wife, who's also his business partner. Yeah, he told IGN all this stuff. So there you go. Hopefully that never comes out, because that was fucking terrifying. So
No, oh God, I want it.
yeah,
I want it now.
for sure.
I want that and the other one that's coming out there.
Yeah. I guess the last bit of news, I just think it's interesting, because we always shit on Nintendo here, and a lot of it is deservedly so. But apparently in July, the 3DS, as well as the software for 3DS, was #1 in the US for hardware and software sales, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think.
Why?
I don't know. July sales of Pokemon Omega, Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire games for the 3DS were over 80% higher than I don't. Maybe people were buying that. Maybe people bought that because they wanted more. They want an actual Pokemon game and not Pokemon Go. Maybe. Oh, and also,
Man, that died too, didn't it?
yeah. Also, Monster Hunter Generations.
I love playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that took #1. Minecraft Wii U was #6, which is funny. And then a bunch of other stuff there. And that now the 2DS systems have crossed 2 million lifetime sales. So we all shit on Nintendo, but they're still fucking making a shit ton of money, man. Year over year, they're killing it right now. So there you go. And with that, I think we're done with the show.
One thing I just want to say, thank you to Shalalala, whatever. Show him. I've never seen the Golden Kappa, and she had it, or she had it.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yep, that was the first time I ever saw it. It was in the chat. I was like, oh, that's what it looks like. I didn't know. Does only one person get it site wide? I heard
every 24 hours is, I think, is how I understand it.
On that note, I would also like to thank Zeke for ruining JP's chat for the next 5 minutes.
Yep.
No, that's the thing. They don't have to do the Golden Kappa check because.
No.
Any mention of the Golden Kappa, just look right now.
There you go.
You don't need to ask for a Golden Kappa check. In fact, here's the thing. You stated someone else has it. So everyone right now knows they don't.
Yeah.
But it's a communal thing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about JP's chat anyways? They can go fuck themselves, right?
They can go fuck themselves.
A good point.
I mean,
the show's almost done anyway.
If you do exclamation point chat,
chat is JP's subs.
Yeah, and JP can go, or not, and JP can go fuck themselves. And chat can go fuck themselves when you exclamation point chat. So there you go. It works out. I am a little annoyed that other golden emotes exist on Twitch, though.
Not only that, some douchebag made his own golden kappa emote.
And it got approved?
Oh, yeah. What genius at Twitch thought it was cool to approve another
Come on,
golden
Twitch.
Like, I'm seriously
What
sitting
the
there
fuck?
like, what was it, like an intern or something? Like, how does that happen?
How does that happen?
Magazine eating a sandwich, pushing the approve button.
Yeah, that's not good.
Are they doing this? Like, did they hire the guy that approves?
Who would do a
games?
golden
Is that what's
emote?
going on here?
Who would do a golden emote of an emote that already existed?
I don't know.
Who would do that?
I don't know.
JWP said it existed prior to the golden kappa.
Ooh.
That's the first I ever knew that. Interesting. So now that
That's-
you know that Twitch is ripping off other streamers' emotes ideas.
God, Twitch, just
That's a
get some
whole-
original
I
ideas.
got
All
lost.
right, Twitch, just why don't just go look at Beam and rip off their site. All right, just rip off Beam.pro. Check it out. Just check it out. I actually looked at Beam.pro. Have you ever been to that site before?
That's the one that just got bought by Microsoft, right?
It is, yeah. They have like lagless streams, so it's like 1-to-1, which is kind of cool.
I would like that
Wait,
inside of
what?
my body.
And you
Yeah.
can have hundreds of people watching them?
They had 10,000 people watching a stream, and it was 1-to-1.
Oh,
I don't know how they do that. It seemed like pretty 1-to-1. I was very surprised to hear that and see that. It looks pretty cool. What is out next week? Absolutely fucking nothing. There is literally dog shit out next week besides Legion. That's it.
Good.
Yeah. You can get.
Because I got a lot to catch up on, dude.
Yeah. What is Tahira? Echoes of the Astral Empire? What is this?
maybe Dice
Echoes
will
of
go
the
ape shit and release Battlefield 1.
Troll Empire.
Yeah. It's turn-based tactical RPG set on a world that has fallen into a. I'm tired. Let's do shout outs.
When do Battlefield insiders get access to the beta? Isn't it earlier? Way earlier?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. You'd have to. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah. Look it up. Tell us when you do your shout outs. Zeke, we'll start with you, sir.
Okay. Hi there, everybody. Faux R boys. Where's my faux R boys at? Ezekiel the Third. Zeke for short. Catch me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. All the same. Ezekiel_I. Brightly broadcast right now. I'm playing This Is the Police and having a blast doing it. I want to thank Bike Man as always for coming on the broadcast. He's a charming, delicious, lovely human being. Also, I want to thank Cohen. Oh, look at me! I'm wiggling. Wiggling.
That
I want
was
to thank
crazy
Cohen
with
JP
the green
for having
screen.
me
That
on
was
as well.
great.
So thank you guys. Don't think I'm going to be casting today. I got some errands to take care of today, but tomorrow I will definitely be picking back up This Is the Police, and I will play it until either I die or I finish it. So that's it. See you around.
That looks cool with the green screen, man. I like that. That looks great. Anyway, sorry. Co, do some shout outs, sir.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ko. As always, a big thank you to JP and Zeke, and a special thank you to Bike Man. It's been a pleasure having him here. It's been a very fun show. My name is CohhCarnage. Hello, you can find me at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. I'm going to be playing a lot of Deus Ex in the near future. We also have Enderall, probably the Fallout 4 Nuka Cola expansion, probably more Rainbow Six. Been having a blast with that, and all sorts of fun. You can find me every single day at 8 a.m., except PAX is going to be a little weird coming up. But yeah, every day, 8 a.m., and I hope to see you then. And thanks for watching today, guys.
When do you guys leave for PAC? Next Thursday?
Thursday.
I think so, yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if we're going to have a show next week because I will be coming off of a 24-hour stream Wednesday. I may, tentatively next week we will have a show on Wednesday. We'll see if I
24-hour stream of what?
World of Warcraft.
Oh, right.
Yeah, for the launch. So we should. Technically, I should be going to sleep around midnight on Wednesday morning, so we should be able to have a show. So, show next week. If not, then we'll just miss a week. That's fine. Bike Man, did you find is it early?
We could get it the 30th instead of the 31st.
Ooh, how much money does it cost to get in 24 hours
It's
earlier?
free if you sign up for Insider.
Oh, it's free for Insider?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's like their newsletter.
Gotcha. Well, cool. You're going to be streaming that. Plus what else? Do some shout outs.
Well, I'll be doing Deus Ex for the rest of the until I'm done with it, and then probably some more Dead by Daylight. Trying like hell to get in touch with someone from Tencent so I can stream some Korean.
If you get access, tell him you got a friend and maybe 2 friends because Ko wants access too. He just doesn't know it yet. Maybe 3 because Zeke would probably play with us.
I'll try.
Get us all in, Bike Man. Do the good thing.
I might take the code and run.
Be a bro.
Anything
If it's
else?
this difficult, oh my god. Yeah, that was pretty much it. It's just Bike Man is my Twitch channel, and yeah, would also like to thank Bike Man since I'm just one of the actors who plays him.
There you go. Fantastic. Good stuff. All right. That's it. We're out. Zeke, you're not streaming tonight, right? You just said you weren't?
Nope, I got errands to run and appliances to buy and stuff.
Appliances? What are you buying? Let's talk about it.
I gotta buy a fridge,
A
a
fridge?
stove.
Oh,
Toilets.
you're finally getting into your house. Is that why you're getting
Hopefully.
all the stuff? Oh, okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, congrats, man.
I'll have a house and I'll have a room dedicated for VR. Woo!
Oh my god!
Oh my God, Zeke in VR.
Can you buy a
I
fridge
am
with?
going to virtually fuck your faces.
Can you buy? Can you buy a fridge with Skype on it for me?
By the Skype fridge?
Yeah, no, they exist. Get it. We'll
Yeah, I know.
do drop frames live from the fridge.
Sounds good.
There you go. I'm not kidding.
Coming to you live from the fridge.
Yeah. I wonder if that's.
Featuring Soylent.
And then you just pull out silent. It'll be great. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next week, probably. Bye bye.